we're going to take you to the great ancient city of Ephesus, which is located in Turkey. It is the city where the Apostle St. John and the Virgin Mary spent their last days here. It is a little bit of a ride to get up into the mountains of Turkey to get to Ephesus, but it is a beautiful, beautiful ride. Entering from the top gate, the first thing you're going to see is some olive trees. That's right, there's a ton of them all around. You're also likely to encounter the Bath of Various. Like many Roman baths, the various baths were situated at the main entrances to many ancient cities. They allowed visitors to wash before entering and mingling among the local citizens. The Bath of Various dates back to the 2nd century. Along with welcoming visitors, the baths were an important social hub where residents would visit for massages and bathing. The Agora is one of 2 agoras within Ephesus. It is located in the southern part of the basilica and was built around the 1st century BC. This was used for a meeting place for government debates and discussions. In the back, you'll see the Ephesus aqueducts and the Odeon, which was the smaller of 2 amphitheaters in Ephesus. It could hold up to 1,500 patrons and was used for meetings, social events, and concerts. So on the other side of this big mountain right here is the Virgin Mary's house. And this is what's down below on the other side of the mountain that she lived from. So there was a big village down here with stores and courthouse and museum, all kinds of different stuff down here. Ephesus was a city in ancient Greece on the coast of Ionia. It was built in the 10th century BC on the site of Apasia, the former Arzawon capital, by Attic and Ionia Greek colonists. It was one of 12 cities that were members of the Ionian League. The city was famous in its day for the nearby Temple of Artemis, which was completed around 550 BC. Ephesus was a recipient city of one of the Pauline epistles and one of the 7 churches of Asia, addressed in the book of Revelation. The Gospel of John may have been written here. In 614, it was partially destroyed by an earthquake. Today, the ruins of Ephesus are a favorite international and local tourist attraction. Downhill to the end of Curates Road, you'll find one of the most stunning monuments among the Ephesus ruins. The Manius Monument was built between 50 and 30 BC. The 4-sided Victory Arch celebrates the Libertarian of Ephesus. While many of the inscriptions have been lost throughout the years, Mamia's father and grandfather figures are still in excellent condition. Just across the way, you're going to see the Polio Fountain, which was a towering arch facing the Temple of Dominion and was decorated with many statues, including the head of Zeus. The Polio Fountain was built in 97 CE by the rich Ephesan C.S. Polio and his family. Facing the Polio Fountain is a tribute to one of Rome's most brutal empires, Domitian. This is the Temple of Domitian. The stairs that are used to reach the 2nd floor of the temple are still in existence and can be seen in the back of the temple. Next, you'll see the hillside houses, known as the terraced houses. Houses are a series of luxurious residential villas on the northern slope of Bulabadagi Hill, across from Curati Street. This is the other side of the site that they're excavating right now. Two housing complexes have been excavated so far, but more are being uncovered. The excavation work began in 1960, and some of the most beautiful tile work in the city can be found here. At the base of the terrace houses is the only concession stand in the city of Ephesus. If you need to grab a water, snacks, or a slushie, that is the spot to do it. Connecting the terrace houses and the Library of Salsas to the Grand Theater is the beautiful Marble Road. Originally, this road would have connected to the Temple of Artemis, but much of it has to be excavated. It dates back to the 1st century AD, and it was rebuilt in the 5th century. It was the main thoroughfare in the lower part of the city. On your right-hand side, you'll find many fascinating things to see in Ephesus, such as the brothels and the public toilets. It is a unique glimpse into everyday life.
In the old days. Thus, when this was right in the very middle of this edifice, if you notice in the center of it, there is a circular globe. And next to that globe,
the Nefanian Tyranny is a fountain building that was donated by Tiberius Claudius Ariston between 102 and 114 AD in honor of Artemis of Ephesus. The so-called Artarchus Stoa borders two terrace houses along the Curati Street. The hall, built over honorific imperial monuments, overcomes the difference in level via the steps to the east. A polychrome mosaic floor with geometric floral and figurative designs covers the floors of the hall. The Temple of Hadrian is one of the best preserved and most beautiful structures on Curati Street. It was built before 138 AD and was dedicated to the Emperor Hadrian. The facade of the temple has 4 Corinthian columns supporting a curved arch, in the middle of which contains a relief of Tyche, goddess of victory. The side columns are square. The pedestal with inscriptions in front of the temple are the basis for the statues of the emperors between 293 and 305. Inside the Hadrian temple, above the door, a human figure, probably Medusa. On both sides there are 4 forenses depicting the story of the foundation of Ephesus. There is Androcolos shooting a boar, Dionysus in a ceremony procession, and the 4th frenzy portrays 2 male figures, one of which is Apollo, Athena, goddess of the moon, and a female figure, Androcleus Hyacus, the wife of the son of Theodosius and the goddess of Athena. The forenses today are seen as copies, and the originals are displayed in the Ephesus Museum. Walking further down the marble street of Celsius is the Church of the Virgin Mary. Mary, the mother of Jesus, is believed to have spent her final days in and around the city of Ephesus. The house of the Virgin Mary is located just a few miles away and believed to be her final resting place. With the ruins of Ephesus itself lies the Church of the Virgin Mary, one of the first churches to be dedicated to the Mother of Christianity. It was erected in the 3rd century BCE as a basilica with a nave and 2 aisles. Walking down Celsius Street, I noticed there was a stairway going up behind one of the buildings, and I decided I was going to take a walk up there, and I'm glad I did because it was a breathtaking view of the whole area. At the very end of the Marble Road and Carrady Street, in the heart of the city, you have the Celsius Library. Resting on a 9-stepped podium, 69 feet in length, the impressive surviving facade of the library is richly decorated with relief carvings and has 2 stories, each with 3 pairs of columns capped with Corinthian capitals. The library has 3 entrance doorways, each with elaborately decorated frames, the central doorway being greater in height than the other 2. The figures with inscribed bases represent 4 qualities associated with the late governor. Wisdom, which is Sophia; intelligence, which is Ninona; knowledge, episteme; and virtue, arete. The interior of the library measures about 2,000 square feet of floor space. It was paved with decorated marble. The walls were lined with niches for storage of the scrolls. There may have been around 12,000 scrolls, which were intended to be consulted on the spot and not removed from the library. The building is not only a library, but a mausoleum as well, as it consists of the tomb of Gaius Julius Caesar Palaminus, who had been consul in 19 AD. The library was completed in 135 AD, and Celsius' body was put in a white marble sarcophagus. To the right of the Celsius Library, you're going to go through what is called the Town Market Gates. This opens up into a big area of all kinds of artifacts, columns, buildings, and it opens up to the Ephesus Great Theater, which is located on Pian Hill. The seating section holds about 25,000 people, and it is still in use today. I hope you enjoyed the tour today of the ancient city of Ephesus. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my videos. And remember, it's up to you to make it fun and make it yours. We'll see you the next time.